boy, oh boy, was September exhausting. I worked overtime because we had to take a trip out of state for a wedding, and we drove, so we had 2 8-hour travel days. But it was important. We had to go. It was actually back home, and I haven't been back home since 2019, so that was a lot. It was nice to see family though, and it was really important to my partner and his brother to go, so I went. We used a dog sitter for the first time ever, and it was worth every single penny. I missed my babies so much, but they behaved themselves so well, and my dog sitter is amazing. It's really hard to find someone you trust in that area, I feel like, and I feel like we really, really lucked out. My best friend travels a lot, and she uses him, and so I knew he could be trusted, and he dog sits and cat sits for a living. So I'm very grateful to have found him, and I will be using him in the future if need be, which I'm sure there will be. I've known about this trip since like May, I think, when they got engaged. I didn't know how big the wedding was gonna be. I knew I was gonna meet a lot of new people, so for me personally it was very socially exhausting. My husband was also in the wedding party and I was not, which is fine, but that meant that I was by myself a lot, and that also meant I was one of the only people there that could help that was not on the wedding party, so I ran a lot of errands and I helped everyone. They had a professional photographer, so I don't have any pictures to show you, but maybe in the next vlog if I get any back by then. I'm really, really excited to not have big plans for October. I feel like I've had a big plan or at least a weekend trip every single month this year except for like January, and it's just really been exhausting for someone who's a homebody like me. This was the longest I've ever been away from Juniper without my husband being here. And when we got home, she was so mad, and it was so sad. She got over it quickly, but it really sucked to see how us being gone affected her. I got pictures and stories every day, so I know she was well taken care of and made a new friend, but it just was really hard. This month was also her birthday. She's now 2. I can't believe we'd had her for 2 years. That's crazy. Unfortunately, the heat wave hit, and we've been having nothing but like 90-degree humid days, so not much of the fall vibes for me. But I have been learning cross stitch. When I finish it, I'll show you. I'm sure it'll be in the next vlog. I'm almost done with it. It's getting to that time where it's about to be crafty. Every time it starts to get really dark really early, I love to fill my evenings with crafting. I'm also trying to be a little more mindful of less screen time, even if that means I'm gaming by myself or with someone instead of just on TikTok. I'm trying to doom scroll a little less and do something productive with my free time, especially since I've been working so much and been really drained. I need some enrichment and some me time. And I think everyone does. I think that's really important. At the farmer's market, they started putting out their pumpkins in gourds. My dog loves gourds, so that was him eating one in the last clip. He just chews them and eats the inside and spits the seeds out. He's always been really, really good at spitting out stuff he knows he's not supposed to eat. I can always trust him to chew stuff, but I do always watch him just to make sure. His birthday is next month, as is my anniversary, so I'm sure you'll be seeing some nice celebrations from that. This year for Junie's birthday, we gave everybody a shrimp. They've never had a raw shrimp before. Junie wasn't super into it. Issa loved it. Stash wouldn't touch it. Stash is really, really peculiar. He kind of only likes sweet things and his food. He doesn't really like anything savory. I got a new coffee filter. It's ceramic. It's pretty cool. It looks like Mount Fiji and it's made in Japan. It was relatively expensive, so I'm glad that I was gifted it. I really enjoy it. It's easy to clean. You just dump the grounds, rinse it out, and then once a week you boil it, and it cleans all the oil out. I did do some thrifting, which was really nice. I haven't thrifted in a long time. I try not to thrift except for in like the autumn and spring months, or unless I am looking for something. I got the trivet in the last clip and this little star candle holder. I'm really into collecting candle holders lately. This was gifted to me by my best friend last year, as our friendiversary is Halloween. I didn't get to use it last year, so I'm whipping it out this year. I did a lot of seasonal cleaning, things I do like once a season. I cleaned my mirrors, I decluttered my dresses. Over the summer, I did my shirts, and I don't really have pants, so that didn't need to be decluttered, but my dresses, I've been gifted a lot lately from work, so I had some that just I got and couldn't return that didn't fit. I was gifted some that were a little too long that I can't hem, so I was giving them to my friend who is much taller than me. I also decluttered some kitchen gadgets that I just never use. I don't have a very, very tiny kitchen with limited cabinet space and even less counter space, so I need to be a little more conscious of the things that I buy and request to be gifted for the kitchen. But it's hard as someone who cooks and bakes all the time and loves it. Sometimes though, you don't need a one-off gadget. Maybe I need to look into more multi-purpose gadgets or multi-use gadgets. But it feels nice to declutter. I feel like a fall clean out is really nice. We also went to the city fair. We've never been to this one. It really wasn't all that. Also, I had a funnel cake and it was bad. I used to love funnel cakes. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe that one was just bad. I haven't had one since I was a kid, but they used to be my favorite thing, and it was like kind of a bummer how bad it was. But I did have a really good corn dog. I love corn dogs. And we got to see a lot of baby animals and tons of rabbits, and it was just nice to go with my husband and our friend. I also rode some rides with her, and I haven't done that since I was a kid either, so here I'm showing you how you can get how you can polish brass. I thrifted a Catholic candle holder, like kind of vibe. I usually don't go for gold or brass, but I was raised Catholic and I really like the aesthetic of Catholicism, so I found this and I just really wanted it, and it was like $1, so I cleaned it up pretty good. Again, I'm unfortunately addicted to candle holders, so that's something that I'm dabbling into, but I've always loved candles. I also was gifted a candle making set from my new stepmom-in-law, so hopefully this winter I'll be making some of those with the holders I got. I also thrifted some gifts for Christmas, which I can't show obviously because my friends watch these, but I'm gonna show you some goodies I didn't get in a little bit. I went to a thrift store here, my favorite thrift store, and a thrift store back home. I needed a little me time, so I drove myself to go thrifting in a town I've never been to, so that was fun. And the thrift store had a big variety of stuff. I would say it had reasonable prices, but some of the prices were just a little too high for what I was willing to pay for things, but I wouldn't say it was outrageous, and they did have some deals, and I took those deals. I unfortunately didn't thrift anything Halloween-y. I haven't really seen anything out that I've wanted. I don't know, maybe I'm not in the spirit this year. I definitely am going to hand make my costume this year for my partner and I. I'm really stoked about that. I do know what we're gonna be. We always dress up and at least go like to a costume party bar, which is always really fun. So I can't wait for that. Here's our little back home trip, and here's the thrift. One of the thrift stores I went to, they wouldn't separate sets, so you had to pay like $70 for like 100 items. I just really don't have the space for 100 plates, etc., and I don't need that many plates. So y'all know by now I'm obsessed with anything strawberry. I sadly didn't get these. I wanted the little chestnut bunny so bad. He's so cute, but I have to be better with knickknacks. I have limited wall space for shelves, and I have a lot of knickknacks already. I'm trying to be a little more conscious of things, and sometimes looking at things and taking a little video for the vlog is just enough serotonin as buying it, and I don't get the regret of it, so pretty cool. There were some unique things, definitely some handmade things. I really enjoyed my hour alone. I do like Betty Boop, but everything Betty Boop is so expensive and I don't like her that much, unfortunately. Plus, I have a thing where like I hate the sound of a clock ticking, so I could never have a clock or an alarm clock or anything. Look at that little berry baby. I'm so lucky I don't have space because I could definitely see myself being addicted to buying cute teapots. In the next vlog, I do have clips of me trying on all my dresses that I kept and decluttered, so look forward to that next month, and hopefully a lot of spooky goodies. I'm planning on going to a pumpkin patch this week, and that'll be in the vlog next month, and probably a lot of baking. I didn't really have any cooking in this one. I was just really busy with work, to be honest. It takes a lot of work to prep everything to be able to take off work, even if it's just for a weekend or anything. I wish these berries weren't poison. They look so cute and juicy and good. But I did Google them and I will die if I eat them, so I will not eat them. I'm so happy to be back home in my space. I just really wish it wasn't so humid. I thought of this fun idea where, since I was so busy with work, I would show you my filming outfit every single day and the little theme of what I was filming. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope next month is chiller for me, and I can't wait to share all my crafts and baking and spooky goodies with you. If you know what you're making for Halloween, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next month. Happy haunting!